Hey friends, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just gonna make some clouds here. And I'm not very good at making clouds, so this is me just doing a quick practice, learning, trying to get better, trying to figure out the color theory behind clouds and what looks good on screen. So I found that the easiest way for me to do clouds, and there's more than one way to do clouds. Clouds are very organic in shape, so I wouldn't say there's a wrong way to do clouds, but there's definitely ways that look better than other ways. It just depends heavily on the look and the feel that you want for your game. And for what I'm designing, I'm going for something that is a bit simple, a bit organic. Not taking it too seriously. And the way that I've been doing my clouds here is by using just a heavy round brush, and I just sort of come in and I adjust the saturation of my base color to something that's a bit more vibrant, but within that same color hue, right? And I just drop these large round brush strokes kind of randomly throughout, really just looking at my preview window a lot on the bottom right, because when you do clouds, it's easy to get caught up into all the details, but clouds typically they don't have a lot of detail. It really needs to be just a large organic shape. And if you look at my preview window on the bottom right, that's really what I'm looking at most of the time, trying to see from a distance if it looks good. And just using heavy strokes, going through making these large circles, and then I kind of just come in and fill them afterwards. So I dab it with a big highlight, and then I come in with the base color and just sort of color it in and kind of create like these round outlines, and it's just kind of the light bouncing off of these clouds. And a lot of people will say this makes no sense, right? This may not follow the actual lighting in my game, or it may not follow the actual theory behind the way clouds look. But whatever, man. It's a video game. It looks good. I like the way it looks. It's visually appealing. I'm not trying to make the most realistic clouds here. I'm just trying to make a representation of clouds, just something that's fun to look at, something that adds some volume and depth to my game. And I think this is good enough. For what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just be outlining some of these, and then eventually we're gonna make a bunch of these layers. And my thought is I'm gonna make these, and I'm gonna separate the layers of clouds. I'm gonna bring them into Game Maker, and I'm gonna give each layer of clouds its own layer, and then adjust the horizontal movement slightly, so there's just a little bit of movement. And I'm using aseprite here, and I'm using aseprite's tiled feature where you kind of tile on the x-axis, and that's going to help me make something that sort of tiles horizontally. You see my marquee there on the right. That's indicating where the tile ends and where another one begins. So I want to make sure that I draw my clouds right up until that edge, and make sure that I have a graceful horizontal flow. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to adjust this cut and just make sure that it flows nicely, so it has a nice seamless pattern to it. And I'm not too worried about the bottom of the clouds so much. I mean, you could go ahead and fill the bottoms of your image, but if you could see, a lot of my clouds are sort of just randomly put throughout, because there's going to be so many layers. I'm going to put in maybe 5 or 6 layers of clouds. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and for supporting my channel and dropping some comments there below. And I appreciate the community, so thank you guys for watching. Click like if you like this video, click subscribe so you get to see more of these as I pop them up. Thanks again.